Ну что ж, всеми любимая игра, ради которой не стоит жить, продолжается. Остановились мы, как всегда, на квестах с сомнительным качеством. Даже не знаю, как говорится, и куда сунуться с ними. В принципе, в Нортиче... Что в Нортиче? Доломила. Какого доломила? Кому кто вломила? Давай к привалу Марта тогда. Традиции. Включим сейчас. Замечательно. Так, ну и что? Что у вас происходит? Как скажешь. Без проблем вообще.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit.
Какая ужасная
Hundreds
история.
of them tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Конечно, блядь, мы побежим, поспешим. В этой игре все равно больше делать нечего.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Ты думаешь, Марта пиздит? Марта за свои слова отвечает. Что какой-то графон сегодня непонятный. Как будто насыщенность какая-то у него ушла.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Че это тут устроили?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Анимации просто мое непочтение.
This one.
Ну, умрет там нет. Полоска жизни заметил, да? Давно закончилась. А умирать, в принципе, не планирует.
The These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Отличное задание, правда? Воспользуйтесь подъемником.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Ах ты ж, блядь, что ты сделал-то? Это неприемлемо. Опа! Вы убьетесь или нет? У нас какие-то неожиданности, проблемы вообще. Вообще прям на ровном месте, да? Какая-то черепаха гигантская. Мучить нас. Не оправдан. Ну а что делать? Терпеть.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
На лифте вверх, а на лифте вниз.
Mad dogs.
По одним и тем же локациям. Туда-сюда, туда-сюда. Романтика. Так, мне знаешь, что не нравится? У нас хорошие атаки богомутовские, но они как-то работают, блин, не так, как надо. Это вот мне средний не нравится. И можно что-то заменить? Вот оно что. То есть летаешь и жмешь круг. Ну да, попробуем, да. Я, видимо, не разобрался. Ну, еще попробуем.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Let's try.
Кто еще? Где? Кого каша? Что вообще происходит?
Something's coming.
А где же экранчик? Что битва закончена? Что она не закончена?
Did I miss anything?
Какие ж хуёвые анимации. Боже мой.
Shall we?
Мне кажется, в PlayStation 3 такой не было. Видимо, знаешь, можно бахнуть такую вспышку, что все умрут просто сразу. Без вопросов, что называется. Для того, чтобы они умерли без вопросов. То есть даже допустимо один раз в меня попасть, что ли? Да, как-то быстро.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
Что ты
It was a
говоришь?
hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
А что тут скажешь? Ничего, в принципе, не скажешь. Все как всегда. Платок стражи галактики.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Кого? Своего парня?
Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Так.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire?
А зачем ты
I
нам
would
нужен?
learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would
Откуда
approve.
ты вообще знаешь, одобрил бы он, не одобрил? Что за...
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Спрашивается, на кой нам хрен нужен? Я вообще не
I will
знаю.
not let you down, Lord Rossfield.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale.
Да оставайтесь, вообще не приходите больше.
Thank the thunder.
Так, куда нам дальше-то?
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Доломил. Где доломил? Может быть, после этого у нас задание, в принципе, нормально разблокируются остальные. Ну да, дойдем. Нет, блядь, замок висит. А что насчет продавца?
Cid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Ты ревнуешь?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Ну что тебе сказать, Синбад?
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Выбора у нас нет. Продавец нам нужен, потому что зелий нет ни хрена. Продавец здесь был далековато. Ну пойдем до него.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Что мы без продавца сделать сможем?
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
Кирку ему, ага.
Oh, my finest.
Всех все разъебали. Зато торгов, кстати, торгует.
Anything I can interest you in?
Зелье дашь, нет? Дыхание молнии, ну-ка. Ерунда.
Here you are. Fare you well.
Ерундистикой торгует. Так, кстати, может нам досыпали баллов для прокачки-то? Ну нет, ровно как-то. Настолько скромно, что уже минимум 500, нет, 525. Это Гаруда 525. Ну, Гаруду мы что-то как-то не взлюбили. Надо, возможно, вернуть ее сейчас назад. Уж пригодится ли. Факинг.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this, and I'll
Действительно,
throw you
заткните
out
хлебальники
myself.
свои, козлы вонючие.
Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Ну а что он нам скажет? Нас он туда не пошли, куда их послал?
Sid and Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Ох. Чувствуете глубину этих
Haven't we
квестов?
had enough fighting?
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere.
А тебя можно снять?
One of our wealthy patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Это кто это все выкупит?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down.
My reputation will be ruined.
Как неожиданно
Calm
разблокировалось.
yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving
Мне это должно
unannounced.
волновать вообще хоть как?
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Fucking thieving bastards.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went
Гениально
wrong.
вообще.
That sounds like a recipe for
Охуенная
disaster.
тактика. Я поддерживаю.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Ну, такой себе. Конрада и Натаху. Оно вообще нам надо? Пойдем то задание решим, которое в 700 метрах от нас. Потом уже с этими маргиналами походим. Я просто пытаюсь понять, куда нам идти-то. Ебать. Ебать. Давай в Виллу Круа лучше. У нас там кусок локации вверх не изучен. Там, наверное, босс очередной. Давай проскачем. Почему бы и нет? Правильно, правильно. Может быть и один босс, а может быть и несколько. А что ты тормозил? Что ты стормозил-то? Кастуем, кастуем. Джилл справится. Куда нас сильный зелень, которых мы накупили в большом количестве. Непонятно. Ну и что здесь такое? Цератина. А, это такое наебалово, и здесь ничего на самом деле нет. А выглядело перспективно. Ох, жалко. Выглядело действительно интересно. Это здесь большой отрезок и участок чего-либо. Грустно все это.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Почему она не может тебе здесь помочь? Что ей мешает прийти сюда? Только нездоровый какой-то перекос, назовем это так, разработчик.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Правильно идем, правильно. Ну а что с ними драться, объясните мне? Нихуя себе. Это нормально, что там полная толпа этих?
Time to fight.
Нет, время не драться, время бежать куда надо. И чё, на Амброзию типа эфир не влияет никак?
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Чисто проводим эксперимент. эксперимент пока не особо удачный. Там то ли 9-го уровня надо волну где-то вызвать. Это сложно, на самом деле. Это сколько надо летать, пока до 9-го уровня там дойдет.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal...
Ну, и что ты нам отдашь его?
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Какое совпадение?
Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather... Coming, my lord.
Все очаровывают сладеньким главным героем.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now.
Что-то сегодня очевидно с контрастностью этой игры стало. То ли глаза уже наружу вылезают.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Мы вообще ничего не сделали, понимаешь? Постояли 1 минуту. Посмотрели унылый диалог. Задание решено.
Let us band together and show these brutes
A shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Пиздит как
Libor
дышит.
says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Элементарно просто, да?
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Поговорите с Виктором. Кто такой Виктор?
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid.
Да что ты говоришь,
Both
какие?
Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Короче, Симбат — это главный краш этой игры. С кем теперь поговорить? Да, восхищаюсь, Симбат. Чем-то же надо в этой игре восхищаться.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
This one. Go for it. This one. Go for it. Get him. Over here. Get him. They mean to overwhelm us.
Да, чисто для эксперимента попробуем максимальную волну накатить. Хотя бы 3-го уровня. А нельзя 3-го уровня. Только 2-й почему-то. Лагает сегодня с контрастностью что-то не так. Непонятно. Что вообще за день такой? Смотри, султан. А шея есть? Какой как позор. Какой позор!
It's over.
The townspeople. Could they have held
Слугу
out?
себе зачем-то наняли. Говорит, хочу быть вашим оруженосцем.
What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Зачем он хочет быть нашим оруженосцем? Что он нам хочет носить? Куда? Рабом он нам будет.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
Хватит ко мне подлизываться, Синбад. Приходи к нам жить, да и все. Зачем ломаться? Говна вы наваливают всякого десятками, да? По 80 единиц. По 70 единиц. Чего с ними, блядь, делать? Души вообще, не знаю. Опять замки висят. Почему половина заданий под замками? Логично, никто не объяснил. Ну, я думаю, та игра была гораздо лучше, чем эта. Очевидно. Пойдем отдадим этому алкоголику местному точильный камень. Что он с ним будет делать?
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Забирай, чё.
Whetstone. Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Просит пить теперь, наверное, как камень получил.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider.
Давай, давай, работай, нас не напрягай больше своими заданиями дурацкими.
Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure that just...
I'll be working... Hey, I owe you...
Спасибо, да, спасибо. Иди похмелись. Прекрасное задание, правда? Это ж просто восхищение вызывает. Эскалибур дали, ну только этого не хватало. Вот только Эскалибур не хватало. Король Артур-то будет в итоге, нет? Так, пойдем поговорим с этой старой проституткой. Может быть, у нее какие товары нормальные есть.
Still alive, are you?
Go on, then.
Алмазный меч. Хуже нашего. Сполох. Тоже. Все неплохое. Нефриловый пояс. Говно. Нефриловые браслеты. Говнище. Можно продать ей что? Странно, я покупал вроде 6 мощных зелий, но они куда-то почему-то не купятся. Ей можно что-нибудь продать, чтобы с барахлом с собой не ходить. Бабуль, забирай все, что можно. Так. Вроде больше нечего. Крайне несодержательный разговор о небе. Ну что, давай нам Экскалибур, в конце концов. Экскалибур, который хуже, чем то, что у нас сейчас есть. Берем. Несомненно, берем. Экскалибур нельзя лучше. Это вот так Экскалибур выглядит? Такое себе, конечно, ощущение.
Help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. You earned this. All yours. All done?
Абсолютно ненужные вещи в очередной раз.
How are you doing? I'm sorry to drag you into this, Master Clive.
Мы хотим твое задание выполнить, нам, понимаешь, его сделать по каким-то неизвестным причинам не дают. Опа. Появились задания на самом деле. Возможно, надо бы их сейчас сделать. Давай с тобой поболтаем.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on.
А брат куда дели?
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya.
Вспомнишь брата, вот и он.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of
То есть он нам не расскажет, чем последние 20 лет занимался, да? Это не важная информация.
Empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate. 'Twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
Ох, сюжет, как всегда, за тарелку риса написан.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
Да выпусти его и все.
What were you thinking?
Ну вот видишь.
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my...
Сюжет написан на основе слов твоей бывшей. Очевидно. Сюжет просто отвратительный. Это настолько слабое поделие, которое вот здесь нам показывают.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Давайте каким-нибудь большим боссом лучше подеремся, чем вот это вот слезливое безделье здесь рассматривать.
What's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the
А
man.
сказать словами не можешь?
This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Джошуа, твое место у параши.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Так, вместо этого пойдем найдем большого какого-нибудь босса, здорового, прям, знаешь. И пойдем его зафигачим для настроения. Так, кто здесь? Что? Это кто? Древний разрушитель. Бляха. Это слишком здоровый босс. Стая С, Б, А. Жуткие братья. Ну так, сейчас посмотрим, где они находятся, чтобы быстро сразу к ним переместиться. Жуткие братья. Ну-ка. Прям секундочку. Обитают севернее порта Изольда. Что такое порт Изольда? В принципе, разберемся. Ну-ка, давай-ка так вот раз. Нам не дадут никуда переместиться сейчас. Только туда, куда надо. Плохо. Придется без больших боссов. Пошли. Опять заблокировано. Ну-ка еще раз. Все заблокировано. Некуда переместиться. Некуда. Задание не внушает, да, как бы? Ничего хорошего.
Enjoying this, are you? Gavin, the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right.
Ну-ка, а теперь-то разблокировалось? Опа! А теперь-то разблокировалось. А теперь-то можно этих бросить и пойти забить того босса, которого мы сейчас сказали. Значит, порт Изольда. Где порт Изольда? Что такое порт Изольда? Порт Изольда, смотри. Так что кидаем их, и пусть они там гуляют сами как хотят. И эти братья будут, знаешь, где находиться? В тихих песках, вот тут. Но это вроде недалеко. Можно вот так свернуть, там внизу их найти. Это вы?
Thanks, girl.
Жуткие братья. Ну давай, покажите себе. Колдун, колдун, колдун. Ну вот, понимаешь. Блин, с 2008 года мало, наверное, что изменилось. Еще и лагает, не стали. Такая PlayStation 5. Ну, как-то вот не очень хорошо. А что там за сеттинг был? Чем он был идеальным?
No more vengeance. No more.
No more, no more. Сейчас еще, знаешь, отнесем камешек один и отправимся сюжет шатать после этого. Хотя, в принципе, можно и второй камешек отнести, чтобы задание выполнить.
Clive, we weren't expecting.
I wasn't expected.
Отдай камень и не болтай. Ну, он в космосе или где? Бла-бла-бла, забирай деньги, все. Задание выполнено. Осталась Изабелла. Изабелла — это мамка проституток, да? Я правильно помню? Где у нас Изабелла-то? Или она не здесь? Вот она здесь. Ну, сеттинг — это же локация. А, ну стиль, ну понятно. Так, мамка проституток, мы отдадим ей большой рубин за то, что она крышует нашу несчастную жизнь.
Milady.
Забирай, не болтай с ней только, она тебе все равно в бордель не пустит.
Otto asked me to settle and...
You disappoint me, Plut. I thought you... Tell Otto he can keep his... The man owes me my contribution.
Бла-бла-бла-бла. Забирай рубин и замолчи.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy. And blamed himself for not being able to stop it.
У Отто был ребенок.
whether there was anything he could have done. But it was
3
clear
раз
that it
встречаются
weighed
на
heavily on him.
локации, фигачится.
How could you have?
Да,
I
оно
doubt
бы сейчас
anyone
лагало
did.
по-любому.
Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Ну, то есть Манк-то Манк камешек взяла, понимаешь? Поломалась, а в итоге камешек взяла без вопросов вообще. Так, вот, теперь навалили нормального количества, можно что-нибудь прокачать. Поток света. Это, наверное, да, хрень в первую очередь. Во вторую очередь. Все, теперь идем туда, куда шли. По-другому никак. Где вы там? Скакали, что ли? А, здесь недалеко, в принципе. Какие-нибудь анекдоты, что ли, травили бы, я не знаю. Про евреев.
We can use the
Ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Как-то сегодня, не знаю, что сегодня с картинкой, она какая-то в теплоту пошла. Бля. Ну вот и зачем мы это вообще прокачивали, если ничего не поменялось? Ну ладно, давай поколдуем. Где? Бомбануло. Чё, бессюжетный прям линии? Хоть какой-нибудь.
Much like Clive, but with better manners.
This one. Sicker. It's over.
Что-то как-то совсем не сложно, правда? Я все-таки надеялся, что усложняться будет. Не усложняется. Так, здорово, черт, тюрбаня.
Hey,
do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with a work.
Короче, содержательная информация. Понимаю, тебе в пустыне не с кем разговаривать. Ну, нам, если честно, срать просто глубоко на твои проблемы.
Where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? The orcs even carry Gil.
Что-то высказал вообще там. Поток сознания какой-то. Ну вот, повод переиграть все GTA тебе.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
Ну ладно, господи, поможем, конечно. Ты давай умри тут. Мы пойдем поможем, дела сделаем.
They must not reach.
Rest well.
Я вот не знаю, как они на ПК, какие они требования забахают, чтобы оно все не лагало. По-любому требовательная же игра будет, когда они ее выпустят на компьютерах. Это не Рэдчет, да? Как они с Рэдчетом всех наебали. Просто смешно. Здесь, наверное, так не получится. Ну, они когда выпустили Ratchet на PlayStation 5, сказали, что это уникальная игра, для нее требуются самые современные мощности, там, типа, ее больше нигде нельзя выпустить. Прошло 2 года, они выпускают ее на ПК, и просто там, знаешь, самые такие древние компьютеры, не знаю, 5-летней, 6-летней давности по требованиям ее спокойно потянут. То есть открытый обман маркетинговый был.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Ну да, ни одна игра почти так не выглядит. Здесь единственное вот это вот, когда большое количество эффектов начинается, вот она в это время начинает себя плохо вести.
The fighting. Are the others
taken care of? One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor.
Единственное, что наиболее бросается в глаза, я бы сказал, это вот что волосы персонажа развиваются на ветру. И, ну, эмоции довольно неплохо сделаны. А остальное такое себе.
Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Что он нам дал? Ничего. Метеорит он нам дал. У них, видимо, метеорит здесь вместо валюты.
Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore.
You're Sid. I was there in Cosnes when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
Да убьет тебя здесь, господи. Ну что ты болтаешь-то?
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Да как хочешь, господи.
Fine.
Чё?
If you insist.
Если хотят подраться, почему бы не подраться?
For Tyson!
Разговоров-то было.
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on.
Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. Lord Kupka told...
Man.
Давай мы его убьем. Сколько можно с ним болтать?
Just know.
Нет, мы не будем его. Вот игра-то, а. Не дает нам свободу сделать решений. Мимо.
Run like the wind. All right.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
I can walk from here.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Какой ты добрый. Дозорный.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Здорово, дед, продашь что? Это
You
не
buying
дед.
or selling?
Опять алмазный меч. Что будешь делать? Почему они все торгуют каким-то говном? Вот честно.
Anything else?
Мне непонятно.
A fine choice.
Зачем торговать говном?
It's a deal.
Стрёмно, да?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Все по сценарию. Какой у них круглый стол-то, однако.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Все так, именно.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! so you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Настолько напряженный сюжет, что пора заканчивать с ним сейчас. И душнотой. Совсем прям.
So then,
заснем тут.
how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and
Да.
now here. But what is it?
Это игра аниме.
It is
Там.
old, ancient.
Проходим ее параллельно.
What remains of the faith it
Там,
represents, save
а не
what can be
тома.
gleaned from the image itself.
Я тебе скину
One
картинку.
could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tu isag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Ох, откуда у вас тут друзья? Непонятно. Что-нибудь добавили? Нет, нам ничего не добавили. Поэтому на этом пока что все. Пока что все. Может быть, продолжится вечером, а может и не продолжится. Так что